Welcome to the historic city of Chelmsford, and we're here for another beer walk, and we are starting at the end really, because this is the ale house just outside the train station in Chelmsford, and that's where we're going to end up after our walk. It wouldn't be much of a walk if I walked from the station there to to the ale house there, would it? So let's go on a beer walk. It is the Chelmer Valley Circular, about 4.5 miles, so let's get cracking. Yeah, so this should be quite an interesting route. It takes you through sort of like the city into different parks and wooded areas. Got quite a lot of history, Chelmsford. Well, for example, this water tower here and this sort of area is the site of the world's first radio factory, Marconi's radio factory. It was all developed and built here. I think that might be the actual factory yonder there. Let's go have a little look, shall we? Yeah, so this is Marconi's New Street Works. Look at that. Don't build factories like this anymore, do they? Looks quality. What is it now? Oh, Benefit. Looks like the offices of Benefit, the makeup people. And there you go, look, the blue plaque there. Marconi. I won't try and pronounce his first name. The father of wireless. There we go. Look at that. First ever radio broadcast from here as well. With the links to Marconi, Chelmsford is colloquially known as Radio City. And there is a brewery called Radio City Beer Works. We've had a couple of their beers. And I would have liked to go onto the tap room today, but it doesn't open until a bit later. So won't be able to do that today, but it gives me an excuse to come back and do another walk and visit some other locations. What's all this then? Some overly engineered benches. Where do you see it? What happens if you sit on it? And it says and they're all boarded off. But they all look like benches. What are they? Who knows? But this is Anglia Ruskin University here, I believe. And there's more references to Marconi. What's that? I mean, how do you sit on that one? Doesn't look comfy. That one really don't look comfy. Gone off the route slightly just to get a first glimpse and walk beside the river Chelmer, which of course we all know is where Chelmsford gets its name. It is the ford of the Chelmer. Chelmsford. Bush. Just bushes now. There it is, majestic, with the willows hanging over it. What's this side? Just got stuck in a car park that I couldn't get out, so just walking back to the river. Do a little detour, but to join the route again. Dog. Oh no. So we're getting out into the wilderness of Chelmsford a little bit more now. Just got to find my path again, which I believe is just at the end of this footpath. And then we'll commence the walk. Or continue the walk, I should say. And just as I thought we were getting into the wilderness, oh, echo, we're going under an A road. And just like that, we're back into like a residential bit. Quite a nice little street there, nice quiet. Lovely. Yeah, well, just a nice little idyllic street to live on. Nice and quiet. Got your own allotments. But it's sort of near the city. Near sort of lots of lovely walks. Yeah, very good. Back on the river now. I'm going into a little bit of parkland. I think this is called Springfield Park. I think. Here you go, perfect little spot to do one of my famous, world famous shots where I feel myself walking. Here I go, and I'm off. Make sure my pants aren't showing. Anyone around to nick my phone? Have a little look back just in case actually, because I feel like I'm not even looking at my phone now. No, no one's coming. Is this far enough? Yeah, let's call it there. Was that a good one? We'll see. About to go up and over this bridge, and I've spotted a tunnel. Wonder what's in there. Dare we venture in, or is it just going to be a load of shit? Or is it like an Animal Crossing to something? I don't know. What is it? There's daylight. I'm not going in there. Is that for animals? Who knows? Bobbing along on the bottom of the beautiful briny sea. Oh, I'm going to get copyright. Actually, the graffiti that they've done under here, very good, because it's sort of in keeping with nature. It's making this rotten old bridge quite nice, actually. Quite like that. About 2 miles into the walk now. It's been a pleasant one. Seen a lot of stuff. Just walking along the river. Oh, I love walking along a body of water. Always have done. Don't know why. Don't know what it is about it, but I love walking beside a river or a lake. I love walking by the sea. That's something that I'm going to do on the channel soon. Some sort of seaside adventure. Not Seaside Mark. I want to get off the paved footpaths for a little while. Get in the bog. Get amongst the bog right by the river. Get the boots a bit muddy. I mean, the footpath is literally just directly beside me, but still, it's nature, innit? Feel the mud on my boots. A little water break by the river. Seeing as we're going to be having some beers later, it's very important to keep hydrated. Fresh from the co-op. Let's get cracking. That's a bit of a puddle, bit of a bog. I'll be walking on that. Oh, and look, an incomplete bridge. God, this path must actually flood if it gets too much. Spoil your walk into work, wouldn't it? Yeah, the river is very high here. Wouldn't take much to break the banks there. Yeah, I mean, it has been raining a ridiculous amount. It's nice to come out and not absolutely chucking it down today. Otherwise, it would have scuppered my plans somewhat. The famous whitewater rapids of Chelmsford. The Niagara Falls of the South, they call this. It looks smaller on camera, as does a lot of things. A little robin there, telling other robins to fuck off. Ah! Little patches of snowdrops here and there, my wife's favourite. Just heading back into the town a little bit now, but then I believe it sort of takes me out again. It's a big sort of like loop through and around Chelmsford. I'll put up a few maps from my old trails here and there, if I can be bothered. You'll find out if I've done it or not. You'll be the first to know. All of a sudden into like a hive of activity. Loads of people in this bit. But still nice walking by the river. Spoke too soon, because now I come away from the river and it takes us through a car park. Another little detour. Just have a look at Chelmsford Cathedral. Not the biggest cathedral I've ever seen. But size doesn't always matter, does it? Got a cool spire though. It's a little bit more high streety than I would like. But it's a sort of a big city, so what did I expect really? But if I do spot a decent looking pub, I will duck in there. I could do with a pit stop. Oh, or coffee? No coffee. Oh, and a lovely stone bridge there, 1787. I've been watching a lot of magnet fishing videos recently, so maybe I'll get into that. I wonder what I'd find in there with some magnets. Probably a lot of knives, a lot of bikes, bike locks, scooters probably. And then a nice iron bridge, I quite like that. The crowds are thinning out now, and we're heading back into a little park bit again, I think. Oh, what's that over there? Like floodlights over there. Cricket, maybe? I can't remember. What's Chelmsford have? And this has been very much a journey of going under and over bridges. And a lovely little lake there. Look at that. I believe this park is called Central Park. New York ain't, but still quite nice. I really need a piss, and that thing is not helping one bit. I want to find a little pub, have a little pint, little piss. Is that too much to ask? So yeah, coming up to about 5 miles now with my meanderings. So yeah, it's been a pretty decent walk. I am heading back into the area where I started, where the ale house is, but gonna see if we can find somewhere else before then. Maybe get something to eat first, and then go to the ale house for a few, and back on the train. But good beer walk. Lots of stuff to look at, which is always good. So I was desperate for a wee, but luckily I found a Wetherspoons, and I thought I better have a pint. And luckily they had local-ish brewery, Bishop Neacon. This is their Marta American IPA, 4.5%. It's crisp, clean, got a nice hot bitterness to it. It's going down a treat, and for $2.99 as well. Little pit stop adjourned. Let's get to where we're going to now. Have some beers. Go to the ale house, and then probably back on the train. Here we go then, back where we started this little expedition. Let's go see what they've got in the ale house. It's a cavern of a place. It's feel very at home in a railway arch though. And I'm on the Harvey's Sisters table beer. I've never had this before, especially, and you don't see a lot of Harvey's around here on cask, so went for this first. Nice easy drink. It's 3.4%. But as you can see, it's quite a malty beer. It's got quite a dark colour to it, which gives it a bit of structure. It's 3.4%, but not insipid. Not a hell of a lot of flavour, but you can drink it all day. But nice, well-made beer to start with. And look at that little projection of the Untapped menu. So even if you need glasses like me, you can still see it. One beer I haven't had in a while, it's Lervig's Tasty Juice. Not a big fan of the glass, but I mean, it's a perfectly easy drinking hazy IPA, 6%. It's not going to rock your world, not the best thing you ever had. I mean, considering this beer, I remember when this beer started its life as trendy juice, and it was right on when these hazy beers started really sort of entering the market in the UK. So it started off as a bit of a joke, but now it's sort of, they've got an actual dedicated font to it and stuff. And that was about 8 years ago, which is scary. Not perfectly reasonable. Next beer then, fancy something a bit different. This is the Smoked Porter from New Pubert, which is a new brewery on me. Never heard of them before. Oh, not massively smoky, but you get a little tinge of it. I like smokiness. It's not a Schenkerla style. So you get a little bit of that smoky bacon thing, but not a huge amount. It makes it quite dry, a little bit of bitterness. Makes it quite quaffable. It's only 4.5 or something like that. A little bit of a chocolatey sweetness on there too. Again, perfectly pleasant. So that was a great little walk around Chelmsford. I'll definitely be back. I really want to go to Radio City Brewery. Really want to give that a try. So I'll definitely be back in Chelmsford. The beers I had were very good, even the ones in the spoonsies. And I'm thoroughly enjoying making this series. So please like, subscribe. In the comments, tell me where are good pubs, good beer walks, good places. Let me know. And I'll see you in the next one. Boom.